Hi, my name is Kayla Smetzer, and I did my informative speech on birth control and its effects. Birth control is defined as the practice of preventing unwanted pregnancies, especially by the use of contraception. Methods can vary from the pill to a patch to a rod that's placed in the arm. There are a variety of methods, but there is no right fit for everyone. Birth control's main purpose is to encourage the freedom of family planning while preventing unwanted and unplanned pregnancies. While preventing unplanned pregnancies is beneficial for a lot of people, birth control also invites several health risks, including both mental and physical health problems. Birth control has been used since the 60s, and women have depended on it for decades to combat mishaps, but it can bring on a hefty list of side effects that are all but good. The leading birth control method used by women ages 15 to 29 in the United States is the pill, and that's about 17.1%. As far as effectiveness with any use of a given method, 85% of the women using it do not conceive in 1 year versus the 15% who do become pregnant. Benson, 1998, page 31. The development of efficient female-controlled contraception enhanced female sexual health and expanded women's reproductive and economic freedom by reducing women's dependence on inconsistent male-controlled methods. Davis, 2015, page 492. Aside from preventing unwanted pregnancy, birth control causes various unsafe reactions, including issues of both mental and physical health in women, and causes strain in relationships, as birth control is the responsibility of both parties. First, birth control can cause the consumer to experience mental health problems. There are both hormonal and non-hormonal options for birth control. Overall, the use of the pill in the teenage years was linked to higher rates of depression later. Sander, 2019, page 22. Putting too much emphasis on the harmful effects would lead to fewer teenagers and even adults getting on birth control, thus causing a spike in unwanted pregnancies. The daily dose of hormones that trick the body into thinking it is already pregnant so that a real pregnancy is avoided is so iconic today that it is simply known as the pill. Sander, 2019, page 22. To understand what these pills might do to developing brains, it is important to note the amount of hormones that are used in them. Hormonal birth control pills come in two types: the older type, which contains a mixture of estrogen and progestin, and then the mini pills, which contain only progestin in small amounts. Sander, 2019, page 23. However, girls on the pill are reported crying more, sleeping more, and having more eating problems than girls that are not on contraception. Sander, 2019, page 23. At the time of the study, 16% of women who had taken hormonal birth control as teenagers met the criteria for clinical depression. Sander, 2019, page 22. The showing of symptoms could have started out as early as late teenage years, but could go further into early adulthood. Birth control has also been found to affect mood swings and making them occur more often in consumers of birth control. In a study of 1,466 West German women, mood after starting birth control was rated on subjective scale. Although 16% of using combined oral contraception experienced negative mood change, the percentage was greater among women using non-hormonal contraception. Schaffer, 2016, page 348. Of course, these statistics and effects can be subjective, and birth control affects different people in different ways, but those effects are still to be considered. Second, birth control can cause negative physical effects. The sole purpose of birth control is to prevent unwanted pregnancy, but birth control can also be used to prevent things that do not concern pregnancy at all. About a third of teen pill prescriptions are for non-contraceptive purposes, such as to ease the pain of irregular or painful periods, endometriosis, acne, and other conditions. Sander, 2019, page 23. Along with helping with these issues previously listed, birth control has also been said to cause weight gain, breast tenderness, spotting, and decreased libido from various methods, according to General Symptoms List. Once again, birth control affects different people in different ways, and the side effects can be worse or better for some people. Finally, birth control is the responsibility of both parties involved and can and might cause a strain in romantic relationships. This brings men into the equation, as there are several options for women, including but not limited to IUD, the pill, and hormonal implants. Men only have the options of vasectomy and condoms. While the discussion of birth control can be daunting, it is important to consider sexual and reproductive health, as mistakes can happen. Headlines that frighten people and their families are yet another barrier in place for assessing a completely effective way to prevent unwanted pregnancies. Sander, 2019, page 22. Men should be interested in the conversation with their female partners about contraceptive options, as a pregnancy would affect them just as greatly. A national online sample of men in their teens to early 20s reported knowledge regarding contraceptive methods and high levels of concern for preventative pregnancy. Masters 2017, page 37. This shows that most men are conducting their own research into the contraceptive methods that are widely used today. Overall, men had a high mean attitude score indicating they had a positive attitude around the birth control discussion with their female partners. Masters 2017, page 40. Even though it is a scary conversation, studies show that men are open to the discussion about birth control with their partners, and bear in mind that it is a dual responsibility between the two. Knowing that men overall are open to the discussion encourages this healthy and responsible behavior in helping men and women to reach their family planning goals in a positive and effective manner. To conclude, birth control and its effects can cause mental and physical side effects and can put a strain on romantic relationships, as men should be included in the contraceptive conversation. These effects are important to take into account when considering the best option for you. Hopefully, more studies will continue to be conducted so consumers can get a better understanding of birth control and what it is doing in their bodies. Different researchers have their own perspectives on the use of birth control, but it is important to stick with the facts. Birth control effects vary person to person, but it is important that people are sufficiently informed about what is being put in their bodies. Thank you.